Hello and welcome. My name is Nasa, and it is my absolute pleasure and honor to guide you through a short sequence of chair yoga to keep you healthy, keep you grounded, keep you strong, both in mind and body during this quarantine time. This is for everybody, all ages, and the only prop that you're going to need is a chair. So let me show you and let's begin. So finding your chair. I like one that has a back on it like this. And sitting on your chair, just make sure that your chair is secure on the ground. So you don't want your chair to maybe be on a wooden floor where it may have the possibility to slip. So just making sure that it's maybe on a carpet or maybe on a mat if you have one. And so from here, we're just going to sit into the chair and sitting up nice and straight and tall. Feet are firmly grounded into the ground, into the carpet or the mat or whatever you have. And then I want you to just bring your hands to your legs. Palms are facing down. And close your eyes. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears and then roll them down your back. So you're sitting up nice and straight and tall. And then I want you to think about rooting down through your sits bones, lengthening up through your spine all the way up to the crown of your head. So it's like you've grown a half an inch taller just sitting here. And then just start to bring your full awareness to your breathing. Not changing the breath in any way, but just noticing the natural rise and fall of the breath. And just noticing how your belly and your chest rise as you inhale. And then how everything just softens as you exhale. Start to deepen your breath now. Taking fuller and deeper inhales into the belly, into the lungs, into the chest. Exhaling, chest, lungs and belly, all of the breath releases. And big inhales, filling up. And long exhales, letting everything go. If possible, you're breathing in and out through your nose. But no worries if you would prefer or if it feels better to breathe in and out of your mouth as well. As you notice the thoughts arise, and they will, just see if you can bring your awareness back to your breathing, back to your breath. Big inhales, expansive breath. Feel your side body, your front body, your back body expanding. And long exhales, everything softens. And see if you can draw the navel into the spine as you exhale. You're releasing every last drop of air. And just a couple more breaths like this at your own pace. We all have a different lung capacity, so we're all going to be breathing at a different pace. Just see if you can breathe a little more deeply, more expansively than you might usually do. Next breath, we're going to take a deep cleansing breath. So we're going to inhale through our nose. We're going to fill up the belly, fill up the lungs, fill up the chest all the way up to the collarbones, and then hold. And then release all the breath from your mouth. Big sigh out. Let it all go. Let's take another one like that. Cleansing breath. Inhale, belly, lungs, chest, hold. Loud exhale. Let it all go. Gorgeous. And then whenever you're ready, just gently blinking your eyes open. And we'll do a little bit of neck opening first of all. So first of all, just dropping your chin down towards your chest and just feeling your neck expanding, your cervical spine. And just letting the weight of your head take you deeper into this stretch in your neck. And then we'll just gently lift the chin up. And then see if you can drop the head back, lifting your chin up towards the ceiling, feeling a stretch now in your throat. And just come to wherever feels comfortable. Maybe you can drop your head a little bit more, reaching your chin up towards the ceiling. Gorgeous. And then come back to center. From here, we're going to bring the right ear over towards the right shoulder. So you're now feeling a stretch in the left side of your neck. And just staying here, drop the left shoulder. Try not to tense in through the shoulders. And if it's comfortable to do so, bring your chin down towards your chest. And then lift your chin up towards the ceiling. And then do that again. Down towards your chest. And then up towards the ceiling. If you find a spot that feels particularly uncomfortable or sticky, just see if you can stay there for a breath. Breathe into it to open up a little bit more. Beautiful. When you're ready, bringing your head back to center. We're just going to simply take that same movement over to the other side. So bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Drop the right shoulder away from your ear. Even let that arm just kind of hang heavy. Stay here, or bring your chin down towards your chest. And then bring it back up towards the ceiling. And then back down towards your chest. Just one more time. And then up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. When you're ready, coming back to center really gently. And then blinking your eyes open if they're closed. From here, bring your hands onto your legs. Again, palms facing down. Inhale, lift your chest and really lengthen. Again, think about rooting through your sits bones and lengthening up through your spine. So you're sitting up nice and straight and tall. We're going to move through some cats and cows while we're sitting on the chair. So if you're fine where you are, where you're seated right back in the chair and you're more supported there, you can stay here. Or else scoot yourself up a little bit so that you're sitting at the edge of your chair more so. It requires a little bit more core strength. Okay, beautiful. So finding a comfortable seat, bringing your hands to the top of your thighs or maybe even to your knees if your arms can reach there. On your next inhale, you're going to lift your chest up towards the ceiling and see if you can drop your head back, chin towards the sky. As you exhale, rounding your back, tucking your chin, reaching towards the knees. Inhaling, lifting your chest, dropping the head back, drawing the shoulders back. And then as you exhale, rounding through the back, tucking your chin, reaching towards your knees. And just move through that a few more times, using your breath. Inhaling, you're lifting the chest. Exhaling, you're rounding your back and tucking your chin. So you're moving with your breath. Inhaling, lift your chest, drop the head back. Exhaling, rounding the back, tucking your chin. Let's do that one more time together. Inhale, lift your chest, drop the head back. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin. Gorgeous. And then we're going to come back to center. Beautiful. From here, take your left hand either to the bottom of your chair if that's good to do so, or you can keep your left hand on your thigh. We're going to take a couple of side bends here. So on your next inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky, and then we're going to lean over to the left side, looking up towards the right hand if you can, if not just looking wherever feels more comfortable. And then press the right sit bone more into the ground. Drop the shoulders away from the ears and just see if you can come a little bit deeper. You should be feeling a little bit of an opening underneath the right arm, in the side ribs on the right side, and maybe a little stretch in your neck. Beautiful. And then come back to center. Bring that right hand either back onto your leg or holding onto the bottom of your chair. Inhale, reaching up with the left arm. And then bending over to the right side. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Press firmly into your left sit bone. And reach and reach and reach over to the right side. Breathing all the while. Try not to hold your breath. If you notice that you are, just come out of the pose. Beautiful. And then coming back to center, bring your hands onto your legs and breathe. Just observe. Natural breath in and out through your nose. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we're going to take a twist. And so from here, we're going to bring the left hand to the side of the right leg. Reach back and see if you can grab either the back of your chair. If that's too much, you might just grab the side of your chair or even underneath the chair. Okay? So from here, first of all, we're going to inhale to lengthen up through the spine, creating length. And as you exhale, you're going to twist, looking towards the right, maybe even looking over the right shoulder. And you can use the leverage of your left hand to the outside of the right thigh to really kind of push and open up and twist a little bit deeper. But make sure on every inhale that you're lengthening up through the spine. And as you exhale, that's when you twist and twist and twist. Gorgeous. And then we come back to center. Hands come to your legs and just come back to your breath. And just notice if there's a difference now between the right side and the left side. And then we're going to take that over to the other side. So right hand comes to the outside of your left thigh. And left hand either to the bottom of your chair, or maybe you can reach back and grab the back of your chair. And then again, remember to inhale to lengthen up through your spine. And then as you exhale, you're going to twist, taking the gaze over your left shoulder, if that's comfortable to do so. If it's not, just look anywhere else that feels more comfortable. And if you want to deepen the twist, maybe you press the right hand into the outside of your thigh to deepen the twist. Make sure your spine is nice and long and you're rooting through your sits bones as we twist a little bit deeper. Stay with it. Gorgeous. And then release. Hands come to your thighs. Breathe. Observing any shifts physically, energetically, emotionally. Gorgeous. And then opening your eyes. We're going to work on a little bit of strengthening now. So you're sitting on the edge of your chair, sitting up nice and tall. Chest is lifted. And then you can hold on to the bottom of your chair if that's comfortable to do so, or you could bring your hands to your legs, whichever feels better. I'm going to hold on to the bottom of my chair. And then from here, we're going to straighten out the right leg. Flex or point the toe. Lift your heel a little bit higher. We're strengthening the quadricep muscles here. See if you can lift a little bit higher. You may be trembling a little bit. You're building strength. That's good. Notice if you're leaning back a lot here. See if you can sit up nice and straight and tall. But if you do need more support, you're going to sit back into your chair so that you have the support of the back of the chair, and then lift your leg up again. You're still getting all the benefits. You're just getting a little bit more support here. Nice. Can you lift your leg a little higher? Can you keep your chest lifted? And then we lower down. Really, really nice. I didn't say this was going to be easy, but so good for us. It's very important that not only are we working on our flexibility, but also working on our strength. Okay, we're going to take that over to the other side. Left leg lifts high. Flex or point your foot. Keep your chest lifted. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. See if you can lift your heel a little higher. Remember, if you're leaning back a lot, just sit back into the chair for more support. Hold and breathe. See if you can lift the heel a little bit higher. We hold for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering down. And then maybe you just kind of wiggle your knees up and down a little bit here. Kind of just walking it out. Nice. And then the next thing that we're going to do, again, working on a little bit of strengthening. Your feet are about hip width distance apart. And from here, you can stay holding onto the chair. We're going to work on a little bit of squat, or what we call chair pose, but you're going to have the support of your chair, so don't worry. You can always sit back into the chair if it feels like it's too much. Okay, so pressing firmly into your feet, more weight into your heels. Lift your chest high and just to engage through your core here. Holding on to your chair, if that's comfortable for you, we're going to just lift the seat, your bum, a little bit off the chair, maybe a couple of inches. Bring the weight into your heels and breathe. And then we're going to sit back down. Take a breath or two. We're going to do that a couple more times. Holding onto your chair or going hands free, we're going to lift the hips, the seat off the chair. More weight into your heels. Keep your chest lifted. Remember to hold onto your chair for more support. And then we sit back down. How are we doing? One more time. I know this is a little bit tricky. We're going to go one more time. Lifting the seat up. You might even think about reaching forward with both of your arms. We're adding a little bit more weight here. You may even think about reaching up. Biceps working towards your ears. As we hold, more weight into your heels for 3, for 2, and 1, and then sit back down. The chair is always there. So rest assured, you can always sit back down if it becomes too much. Okay, so from here, we're going to, again, sitting at the edge of your chair, your chest is lifted and you're really lengthening up through your spine. We're going to come into a little bit of a back opener, and there's a couple of ways that you can come into this. First way, I'm going to turn to face you. We're going to bring our elbows up to shoulder height, and then we're going to draw the elbows in towards each other. Squeeze the elbows together. Press the hands together and lift the elbows up in line with your shoulders. Really pressing the hands together and pressing the forearms together. Now, if you want to go a little bit further, if you have a little bit more flexibility, you can wrap your right arm underneath the left arm and then see if your palms can touch. So this is called eagle arms. And then lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Hold and breathe. Should feel a nice opening up here through the back. Lift the elbows up a little bit higher if you can. And then gently release. And we're just going to take it over to the other side. If you were in the first position, stay in that. So the left arm is going to wrap under the right arm, evening the arms. Crank the palms together if they can. Lift the elbows nice and high. Always balancing everything out, doing things on both sides. Yin and yang. Yoga is about balance, body and mind. Lift the elbows higher. Gorgeous. And then we're gently going to release. From here, we're going to sit back into the chair. And then fold over your legs. Let your head relax completely if you can. Let your head be heavy. Arms relax. If your hands reach down to the floor, let them rest there. If the floor is a little bit far away, you could take your hands to a buffet or to a stack of books or something to support. But see if you can relax your head. Bring your awareness to your low back. Feel your vertebrae just opening up here as you relax into this pose. Very, very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. We're going to come all the way back up to our seat. Take a breath or two. Beautiful. From here, we're going to stand up and work on a few strengthening and balancing poses. So again, we're still using our chair. And first of all, bringing your hands to the chair to balance. We're just going to walk back about a foot or two away from the chair. And then bringing your forearms to the top of your chair. We're just going to fold into what we call a half fold. You might need to step your feet back a little bit more. Just notice how that feels in your body, whether it's better to be forward or better to be back. Now you're not dropping your head completely down here. You want your ears to be in line with your biceps. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. See if you can send your sits bones back. Expansive breath. And then when you're ready, bring your hands to the back of your chair and then just stepping forward. Tadasana, or mountain pose. Standing nice and straight and tall, shoulders up to your ears, and then roll them down your back. From here, your feet are about hip width distance apart. We're going to take a big step back with the left foot. A big step back into a lunge position. Nice. Keeping your chest lifted, your spine long. From here, see if you can bend a little bit more deeply into your front knee. You might need to take a bend into the back knee as well, especially if you have any lower back pain. And we're holding and breathing here. See if you can get your front knee directly on top of the ankle, but don't worry too much about the exact shape. What I really want you to feel is how it feels in your body. It's not about getting the pose exactly right. It's about how it makes you feel. You might add a little bit of a challenge here to yourself by taking one hand away from the chair and reaching up towards the ceiling. And maybe the other hand too. Maybe, even if it's just for a second. Reach up, stretch up out of your waist, inhale. Nice, both hands come back to your chair, step it forward. Take your time. Take a breath. Back to mountain pose, Tadasana, standing up straight and tall. When you're ready, we're going to take that over to the other side. Feet are hip width distance. Big step back with the right foot this time. Nice deep bend into the front knee. Maybe bend into the back knee as well. And lengthen your tailbone towards the ground. Keep your chest lifted. Stay with your breath. Maybe even focus on a point in the room. A point in the room that's not moving. That's going to help you with your balance. And then maybe you go for that little added challenge. Left arm reaches up. Oh, it gets a bit wobbly here. Right arm maybe too. Reach up, maybe even look up. Take another big inhale. Big exhale. And then bring your both hands back to the chair and step forward. Take as many steps as you need to find that standing position once more, and just breathing, closing your eyes maybe. Come back to the breath. Nice. And then we're going to turn around. So I'm facing you now and the chair is to my right side. And then from here, I'm going to bring my right hand to the chair to support me and to help me keep my balance. And then from here, I'm going to bring the sole of my left foot to the inside of my right calf. This is tree pose. You could bring the foot a little bit higher up your leg, maybe to the inside of your thigh, but just not to your knee, because that's going to hurt your knee. And then lengthen up through your spine, lift your chest nice and high. Find a focus, a point in the room that's not moving. It could be a little dot on the floor. Engage your right quadricep. Hold and breathe. Maybe bring your left hand towards your heart center in half prayer. If you want to give yourself a little bit more of a challenge, and we like to challenge ourselves, maybe your right hand joins the left hand in namaskar or prayer. A couple more breaths. The chair is always there to support you. And then we'll take it over to the other side. So then just turning now so that your left side is beside the chair. Lengthen up through your spine. We're going to bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the calf, opening up the knee. Maybe you bring your hand towards your heart in prayer. And then maybe the other hand joins namaskar. A couple more breaths here. Remember, you've got the chair there to support you if you need it, but focusing on a drishti point, that's a point in the room that's not moving. It's really going to help you with your balance. Gorgeous. And then gently releasing, coming back to standing. From here, we're going to turn to face the back of the chair once more. We just have a couple more postures here. So from here, your feet are hip width distance apart. We're going to step back with the left foot, but it's a shorter step back this time. Maybe about 3.5 feet. Nice. And then from here, inhale to lengthen through your spine. So you're pressing your chest forward. Your hips are squared towards your chair. And then fold over the chair, bending into the elbows. And just come to as far as is comfortable for you. You're going to be really feeling this in your hamstrings, the back of your right leg. Can you send your heart forward and at the same time draw the right sit bone back in space? Maybe you can engage the right quadricep, your thigh muscle. Breathe into where you're feeling this. One more breath. Big breath in. Full breath out. Gently coming back up, really taking your time. Bend into that front leg. Step the left foot to meet the right foot. And just take a breath. Again, noticing any differences between sides. We'll take it over to the other side. Right foot steps back. Your hips are squared. And then from here, straighten. Make sure that your front leg is nice and straight. Left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale to lengthen, press your chest towards the chair. And then fold, bending into your elbows, just coming as far as is comfortable to do so. Breathing expansively. Can you send your heart more forward, pinning your shoulder blades down your back, and at the same time, draw your left hip back into its socket. Maybe you can come a little bit deeper as you breathe more deeply. Just a couple more breaths here. And then very gently coming back up, bend into your front leg, step the right foot to meet it. Standing up straight and tall. Come back to natural breathing, natural breath. In and out through your nose if you can. Full deep inhales. Long smooth exhales. From here, we're going to walk forward, come to sit on your chair one last time. And then Sitting at the side of your chair, first of all, with your chest lifted, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to inhale, reach the arms out and up over your head. Maybe your palms touch. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart in prayer, Namaskar. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, palms touch, maybe even look up to your thumbs. Exhale, hands come back to your heart in prayer. One more time, my friends, with me. Inhale, reach out and up, big stretch. Maybe looking up to the thumbs. Hands to your heart, exhale. And then bringing your thumbs to the space that's in between your eyebrows. Chin towards your chest. Just take a moment. If you have a prayer on your heart, just bring it to mind now. And then we'll close our practice together with a deep cleansing breath. So empty your lungs completely first. Take a big breath in, biggest breath you've taken so far today. Fill up your belly, fill up your lungs, fill up your chest. And then loud exhale. Let the breath go out of your mouth. Nice. And then from here, we're just going to sit all the way back into the chair so that your spine is supported. And then hands to your thighs. Feet are touching the ground so you're rooted. We're just going to breathe here for a few deep breaths. Just noticing any sensations in your body. Again, noticing any shifts physically, mentally, emotionally. I want to thank you all so much for sharing this practice with me. The light and the love and the truth in me sees and honors the light and the love and the truth that is.